Hey y'all, welcome to the station. It's Cessly SucCessly, your real realtor. We are going to be discussing contingencies. Contingencies specifically in real estate transactions. I will define contingencies, give you 4 examples of common contingencies in a real estate transaction, and share with you how contingencies benefit the seller as well as the buyer. Before we get into it, press like if you are enjoying the station and subscribe if you would be interested in receiving more information on real estate. Let's start. Contingencies. The definition of contingencies are conditions or requirements in a real estate transaction that must be handled or completed before you get those keys to your new property, or if you're a seller, before you get that money in the bank. Now, let me share with you 4 ways that contingencies occur in real estate transactions. You may have a home sale contingency, a financial contingency, a title contingency, or a home inspection contingency. Home sale contingencies. If you are trying to sell your home to buy another home, the seller may have a contingency in the transaction that says, look, I'm trying to sell this home to purchase another home. So there may be a holdup because I can't give you access to this home until I find another home. So that's one example of a home sale contingency. The buyer may have a home purchase contingency, which means that buyer has to sell their home before they can purchase your home. So when they place an offer, that will be a home sale contingency. That could go for both buyer or the seller. The next contingency that's involved in a real estate transaction is a title contingency. What is a title contingency? A title contingency is the home cannot sell unless all liens are resolved with that home, or if there's any encumbrances. What are encumbrances? Encumbrances could be something as frustrating and annoying as you may have an easement between your property that you want to buy and a property that's a neighboring property. Let's say that property is to the left of your home but sits in the back, and there's an easement there, which means in order for those folks that live behind you to the left or the right to get to their property, they got to come through your property. And some people may be okay with that, but some people may say, look, I don't want to deal with anyone coming up and down my property all hours of the night. I don't know their friends and their family. I don't even know them. So I don't want to deal with that. So they may decide they don't want to purchase the home. So that is a title contingency. Or if there's a lien on the property simply because maybe the owners had work done in their property, plumbing, electrical, something done with the foundation, and they paid a certain percentage of the bill, but they didn't pay it all. So the contractor placed a lien on the property. Now, don't forget, there could be tax liens, there could be IRS liens, different liens, but all of those liens have to be exonerated or resolved before the transaction can be complete. It can get a little complicated if there's certain liens because the escrow company will have to track down the right person to get the right dollar amount so that you can either pay that before the sale of the home or put it in escrow and they take the funding out of the home sale. So those are home sale and title. Now the last 2 we're going to speak about are money contingencies, the financial portion of the contingency ordeal. We all know that you cannot get paid unless you're financed. So There's always a financial contingency. You have to make sure your money clears before you can purchase the home. And if you have a loan, you have to make sure that it can be financed. Once financing is confirmed, if there's a financial contingency, that will be removed. The final and last is the home inspection contingency. Home inspection contingencies are as such. Most people get home inspections. Actually, it's advised that you get a home inspection. VA loans, FHA loans require that you have a home inspection. Now, some, if you do an all cash purchase, you may decide that you're not going to do the inspection, so there would not be a home inspection contingency. But a home inspection contingency protects, I said, protects the seller for undisclosed information that may occur when they're getting the home inspected. Let's say if it's in a flood zone, a fire zone, if there's foundational damage, if there's additional or excess plumbing or electrical work that needs to be done, and the seller didn't tell you. So you find that out through a home inspection. So what is advised is if you are considering selling your home, you may want to get a home inspection before you put your house on the market, because there may be things that you were not aware of, because the old saying goes, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So then you find out when you get a home inspection, because you're getting ready to sell your home, that there's additional problems that you were not aware of. How can that be resolved? You can make a decision that you don't want to buy the home if you're the purchaser. You can negotiate with the seller so that the seller can repair those issues before the home is sold, or the homeowner and the home buyer can decide that they want a kickback to take care of those challenges that were found out with the home inspection. So that can be resolved. Now, I want to talk about how contingencies protect the seller as well as the buyer. Just as I stated, with the buyer, the home inspection contingency protects the buyer because it provides for them a way out if there's home inspection issues that come up and they decide that they don't want the house. The title contingency also protects the buyer because the buyer will not have to purchase the home or can't purchase the home until the seller gets all of their liens or encumbrances removed from the home. How does it protect the seller? If the buyer is not completely approved for a loan, if there is a financial contingency or a home seller contingency in the offer, the seller can decide to continue to show the home until the home purchaser sells their home and now they're ready to purchase the home with this agreement. So there are many positive aspects to home contingencies, y'all. It's a very important part of a real estate transaction that protects both the seller and the buyer. I hope I've given you a little information about contingencies that makes you feel a little more confident about purchasing or selling a home. I have plenty of information about other portions of a real estate transaction. If you would like to gather some more information about contingencies, or you're considering selling or purchasing a home, hit me up and I will contact you. I appreciate your time. Have a wonderful day. And now you're more informed about contingencies. I hope this was helpful. Press like and subscribe for more information, for more 411 on real estate.